Sometimes the stability that fixed rates give you is actually a negative. There are certain circumstances where a bit of flexibility is really paramount. I had a client contact me the other day who had actually lost both of his parents recently, and having an inheritance coming through from that really spun things when it came to the mortgage that they wanted to look at moving forwards. They were considering a move and they weren't sure how it was going to play into everything and wanted some advice on the matter. So he was aware of the overpayment allowances that they had and knew what they were going to be able to allow them to do from the previous conversations that we had had 18 months prior. However, with a potential move on the horizon, they were thinking, well, do we delay the move and not take a mortgage at all? Do we, proceed with everything as is and deal with it at a later date? He wanted to know how it was all going to play out with their current fixed rate expiring in a few months' time. Having a tracker rate available for them at the time with no early exit fees would potentially expose them to risk that, especially with everything going on in the world, interest rates could go up. However, it does give them the flexibility to say, look, if that inheritance comes through and we're 2 months into your new product, you may potentially have a 2% early repayment charge. We could stop that from being the case and have no early repayment charges in place. That would give them complete flexibility to say, look, if we want to pay down half the mortgage, 3/4, the full mortgage, and clear it all the way, they could do it with no early exit fees. It gives them total flexibility. If that rings a bell with you, it sounds like your sort of circumstances, do reach out and let us know, especially if your mortgage is coming up for renewal, because we can work out exactly what products are going to be eligible for you and what's going to be best for your needs and circumstances to make sure you don't get stung with unnecessary fees down the line.